Okay, so questions from growth and decay worksheet. Again, Friday's assignment was 1 through 3. Today's assignment is going to be 4 through 6. So let's do number 2. A certain population increases at a rate proportional to the square root of the population. So we'll let P be the population. A certain population increases at a rate. So rate would be dp dt. Is proportional to means k times whatever comes next, proportional to the square root of the population. If the population goes from 2,500 to 3,600 in 5 years, what is the population at the end of t years? So it doesn't really tell us what years those are, but probably easiest to go 0 to 5 on that, rather than 1 to 6 or 2 to 7 or something weird. It goes from 2,500 to 3,600. Okay, so I want to separate variables and then integrate both sides. Don't really like square roots because I can't integrate with square roots. So move things around. dp over p to the 1/2 equals k dt. I want to integrate, but sort of not yet, because what do I need to change or fix on the left-hand side here? Yeah, let's rewrite that as p to the negative 1/2. Shouldn't have started this problem at the bottom of the page. So on the left-hand side, if you increase the power by 1, divide by the new power. So 2p to the 1/2. On the other side, kt plus c. Okay, so I probably need to clean this up a little bit, but I've also noticed that I have 2 constants and I've got 2 pieces of information, so I think I'll be able to figure this thing out. P to the 1/2 equals k over 2 t plus, what's c over 2? Right, we can just leave that as c. It's a different c, but it's still just c. And then how do I get p by itself? Or how do I fix the square both sides? So p equals k over 2t plus c squared.
Wait, sorry, what happened with the c?
Okay, c is any number because it came from an integration constant integration. So it could be anything. And I haven't figured out what it is yet. So if it can be anything and I divide it by 2, well, it still could be anything.
Oh.
So if you're adding or multiplying or square rooting c before you find out what it is, you can just leave it as c.
Okay.
Now, a lot of times I'll kind of go back and put a subscript on the previous ones because those are not the same c, but it doesn't matter because I haven't figured out what it is yet. If that bugs you, you can still leave this as c over 2 and be fine. Let's use the 0 first because hopefully that makes life a little easier. So 2,500 equals k over 2 times 0 plus c squared. So that's kind of nice. c squared equals 2500. So that would be 50. So p equals k over 2 times t plus 50 squared. So I found c. Now I need to find k, but I've got one more point to plug in, and hopefully I can algebra my way toward k. Population is 3600 equals k over 2 times 5 plus 50 squared. Well, it's not as bad as it looks, because if I square root both sides, the square root of 3600 is 60. So they sort of rigged this problem to work out okay for us. Equals 5k over 2 plus 50. So subtract 50 from both sides. Multiply by 2/5. And so k is equal to 4. So now the problem is solved. Like, I need to make sure I answer the right question and write it neatly, but I found everything. So p equals k over 2. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'll leave it. 4 over 2 times t plus 50 squared. So yeah, write an equation from information, integrate both sides, then do all the algebra right to get to the final answer. Like that, so you can see everything. There we go.
Why is the answer on the thing like that? Can you like
So yes, I kind of don't like the answer. The answer on the bottom is p to the 1/2 equals 2t plus 50, which is the same thing as we have, but it just feels like solving for p would make more sense.
But like that wouldn't be wrong.
It would not be wrong, because it doesn't really specify. It doesn't say solve for p. Other questions? That only leaves 1 and 3, but okay. And let's do